Welcome to the first game between Zuppi and Hera, and we're gonna keep the colors the way they are. Let's get rid of the time controls there. Perfect. Alrighty. So in the blue, we got Hera playing as the Britons. Alright, strong starting pick for him. I kind of figured he was gonna go for something like that, honestly. I told you, but Hera with an archer ship is very dangerous. He can keep it defensive and keep his crossbows alive. That's what he lives for. But Zuppi going for Lithuanians, potentially a strong civilization as well. I mean, you have good skirmishers, right? Skirmishers that are, I mean, they have full upgrades and they are faster. They can chase down archers, which is probably what you'll spend your time doing when you're up against Britons. Because what do Britons make beyond archers? I honestly don't know. I mean, you have some options, like your cavalry is not the worst in the world. Your infantry is okay as well, but nothing compares to the archers. Nothing compares. So, let's see what Zuppi is going to do. Of course, he has great knights as well. If he can get some relics in, which two of them are close to his base, as you can see. Third one in the middle, which will be contested then. If you can get relics on his knights, that will be very nice. Extra attack on your knights. Maybe won't help you a lot against enemy archers, because that's, you know, it might help you kill them faster, yes, but that wasn't really the problem with archers. The problem was surviving their shots before you get there, right? That's really the problem with fighting knights via archers. That extra attack helps a little bit, but not as much as, say, an extra pierce armor would. Say, like, one extra pierce armor would do more than 4 relics for Lithuanians. I think. Probably. Well, I'm not going to commit to that. I'm not going to commit to that. That's something Spirit of the Law could figure out for us. I'm not going to do that. That's math stuff. That's not my forte. No. As we have Zuppi just hanging around. Let's see if he's going to go for a lane here, because that boar is, that's on his way. He's going to see it now. Let's see what he does. He sees that rhino. He's like, no one around. Am I going to try it? Am I going to try it? He's thinking about it. He is thinking about it. Is he going to do it? Is he gonna do it? Hera could see that. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's thinking about it, man. He's thinking, am I gonna risk it? Am I not gonna risk it? No, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. Zuppi deciding to take, that caution is the better part of valor. It says, okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go away to scout. It's more important to me to know exactly what Hera is doing. And Hera is always said that, right? Like, why he doesn't lame a lot, and the reason for that is not that he is a Canadian and he's a nice guy. He is a Canadian and a nice guy, but the reason for him is that scouting information is way more important. It's way more important for him to know exactly what his opponent is doing. Like, say, a pre-milled rush. Ooh. Yep, that is a pre-milled rush, alright. Zuppi coming forward with some early aggression there. And that is probably the kind of stuff that Zuppi will have to do to beat a player of Hera's caliber. Hera is a very strong player. Zuppi will know that. He knows that meta play is not going to save him here. It's not going to save him against Hera. He has to make it messy. He has to make it so messy that Hera is going to spend his entire time cleaning it up to keep it clean again. And in that time, you strike. Hera, unfortunately for him, scouting the wrong way. Of course, he doesn't know that. He's still looking for Zuppi. Probably now figured out that, okay, Zuppi is over here. But that's a problem, because now militia are coming to your mill. Let's see what the reaction time from Hera is. Reacts right now, and he's going to save this villager probably as well. Zuppi trying to block it, but the reaction time from Hera allows him to save these vills. Now, he's been pushed off of berries, right? So the damage is done already. But it's still better than losing a vill to militia and a scout, right? That's not really ideal. And now Hera sending in some fresh villagers with full HP to fight this. Of course, Zuppi doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to kill. He just wants to delay as much as possible. So just be annoying, hang around, delay, and that's all he needs to do. If he can kill a village, he'll take it. He'll take it, but he's not gonna go out of his way to kill a village here. He's just hanging around, threatening Hera. Hera has to keep an eye on this now. Every time Zuppi gets too close, he has to immediately attack with the villagers. This villager probably will have to go back to the town center or not. I guess Hera still thinks it's safe enough. Both players clicking up the castle gates now, although Hera has been there for quite a while now. He's a minute and 10 seconds ahead of Zuppi, who, of course, by going for a drush, delays his feudal age. I mean, this is normal. This is normal stuff. Now, he's not gone to gold just yet, but I should imagine that drush will not end up in scouts, because if we're going to go scouts after a drush, then I have to ask you, why go for a drush, right? Because the thing with scout builds is that it's all about speed. If you delay your scout build by going a drush, that doesn't really work. Now, of course, I don't. This is why I never really talked about what Hera was gonna do. It's because he's Britons. Obviously, it's gonna be archers. It's gonna be straight archers, even. He's not even gonna make any men at arms. He's just gonna defend with villagers for now. A bit of idle time here and there. Like, these villagers have not been working the most efficiently, as you can see. Like, you can see most of the time spent moving and fighting. But I'd say that amount of eco damage is limited. Now, hasn't walled up his map quite a lot. I like it. We haven't really talked about the maps yet. Looks like it's two safe-ish wood lines, another sliver of a wood line. Kind of the same situation for Zuppi, although he has a third one that is very accessible. This third one for Hera is far outside of its walls. So, it looks like it's easier for Zuppi to wall this as he quick walls in his villager. A villager that could get killed by the scout, which is in feudal age now. A nice quick walls from him. We saw that, Zuppi. We saw it. Stable going up for the Lithuanian player. Wait, really? Really? Okay. So I said earlier that I didn't expect a stable, but apparently we get stable. But that's what I said, right? Like, with scout builds, it's all about speed. It's about getting your scouts out as fast as you can to get to the archer player's base before they start massing archers. Now, he did go for a drush to delay the archer player to give himself some more time, but the thing is, you're also delaying your own scout build, so it evens out again. So you have to delay your opponent a whole lot before going drush and then into scouts. Makes more sense than just going into scouts at the start, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Because archers are already out for Hera. They don't have fletching just yet, but that should happen sooner rather than later, as soon as he drops down at barracks. Just needs a few more villagers on wood here. Is walling up the top side of his base. You just start walling up your base. It's so deceptively simple with Britons, as we now have a blacksmith as well, so he can get a fletching and defend his hill. And that's the best part, right? This hill, it's not good for Hera, except if he controls it. If he controls this hill's fine. This is a nice defensive point. But if Zuppi controls that hill, that's a nice hill for Zuppi to have. Zuppi doesn't really have a hill that is in front of his base that is quite like that. I mean, this hill's kind of like that, but he's building on top of it, so it's fine. It's fine. But now the Hera trying to wall this in, but the scouts do manage to get in. A quick wall fails, so unfortunately has to run away. Another villager that could take some damage there. The archer's now pushing the scouts away, and Zuppi trying to keep his scout numbers up. Doesn't want to get in. I mean, doesn't want to lose any. And that's also the thing, right? Now the scouts are out, yes. You have delayed Hera, yes. But Hera can still wall, and Hera has walled. And as soon as the walls go up, every scout player knows that scouts just don't really... It's just not the same. You're just basically poking at walls, and you can't do anything, while the archer numbers behind those walls continue to grow. As Hera goes for a gate wall to keep the scouts out, because Zuppi looked like he was just going to run right past this. Wait, did I... Hang on, let me see. Huh? How does this keep happening? Okay, wait a minute. Because I actually moved it up earlier, right? I moved it up early because it was blocking the top. It was blocking the top of the score box, but now it's not? Wait, that is so weird. Okay, here you go. We lock it again. There. Yeah, sorry about that. That's weird. That's very weird. Because I asked Zergwa, man. Ask Zergwa. He asked me earlier to move it up because it was blocking the top of the statistics screen. Like, you couldn't read the names here. These right there, you couldn't read them. Oh yeah, no worries, man. No worries. I hadn't noticed. Like, I usually have the Discord the window open over top of my stream, so I don't see myself twice. So I don't always notice everything that's going on in the stream. Here and there. Like, I can see the chat, but, as we have a blacksmith being dropped here by Zuppi. Well, he's thinking about that, but then the archers from the Briton player shows up. Panic mode, because now York skirmishers do not have fletching, and more importantly, they don't have armor, which means that these archers with proper micro, and we know which player here has proper micro as well. Hera has proper micro. Look at that, even a split micro. Just as I said that, he does a split micro. It's like he hurt me. It's like he hurt me. Nevertheless, though, micro or not, scouts and skirmishers together are dangerous, as Zuppi is trying to hunt this down. He is looking for these archers, but I think he's assuming that Hera might have gone back down here. But yeah, Hera actually going for the safer approach, is going to hide these archers in the corner. I don't think Zuppi is going to find these Unless he's looking for them, of course. Yeah, he's looking for them now with his scouts, but I'm not sure if he's going to find them. It depends on how far in the corner he's going to go. Oh, but Zuppi is not... Oh, no. Okay, he probably just assumes that Hera got away with these archers. Alright, well, never mind then. Well, Hera's going to drop another archer range. He's going to click up to the gas slates in just a second. Yeah, I mean, this is just Britain's 101 right here, man. It's just how you play Britons. You keep yourself safe. You just try to attack a little bit with archers. If it gets dangerous, you hide them in a corner, and then you just go up the gas slates with crossbows. It's like Franks. I don't know why, but like the first few civs, like the Age of Kings civ, they had very like deceptively simple game plans. Like Huns, we mass cavalry archers. Franks, we mass knights. Britons, we mass archers. Right? It's like. It's just really, it's so straightforward, but it's so strong. There's a reason why these civilizations have been around as long as they did and been dominant as long as they have, right? It's just because it's so simple. And it's very difficult to punish. And yeah, Zuppi, despite having defended well, hasn't lost a single villager. He's still behind. He's still behind. Had to make skirmishers. That's going to set you back a bit too. He's now trying to buy his way up to the next stage because he realizes, that Hera must already be up. He's going to click up now, but he's going to be a full minute behind. And these archers could be crossbows. I'm not sure if Zuppi is going to expect them to come to the right here, but he is patrolling, so maybe he does. He is suspicious of it at least. It's also going to depend on whether you see these archers back in Hera's base, right? I mean, he sees these archers, so that, I guess there's no way to tell then. Oh boy, the archers making their way back. I'm telling you, playing an archer civ, it's all about taking windows. It's striking at the right window. You just move back when your archers are in danger, and then once the right window has appeared, you start attacking again. And that's exactly what Hera's doing now. And there's a hole that Zuppi created. Let's see if Hera's going to be smart enough to not attack the houses here and just walk straight through. There's another hole as well. He's going to walk straight through. Zuppi noticed it though. But look at that. Disaster at Castle Zuppi. Has to abandon his goal immediately because of 3 archers. They're not even crossbows yet. Hera's not even getting the upgrade right now. Okay, now he's getting the upgrade. That's probably because he forgot it. I don't think Hera would not get that upgrade going to Gaslight. So it's 20 seconds away, and in 20 seconds these archers will be even more dangerous. 20 seconds that Zuppi needs to go up to Gaslight. So by the time that Zuppi actually makes it there, he already has crossbows in his base. Has to bring back his other military as well, try to deny that, but more crossbows going forward now. Let's see how this goes for Hera, because this is the kind of thing that Hera would do. He would micro both these groups at the same time. And he is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this freaking micro from Hera at the same time. Walk here, walk there. That's why I zoomed out. Exactly because of that. He's still trying to run here, but yeah, now he's running under the DC, so that's not gonna go too good for him. Well, one crossbow surviving for now, but at the same time, all the skirmishes over here have gone down before the elite upgrade could get in for the skirms. Hera could probably hit the wood line from behind, and it's just looking so clean. Don't you notice that as well? This is what you call clean play. It's just so clean, no damage taken whatsoever. Just being exactly where you need to be at all times, right? And that's why Hera's now one of the top players, is because he's mastered this. He's mastered the defensive play and then the clean play beyond that. And he is also good at the YOLO play here and there. Like, honestly, like, it's not like, for example, a player like Velez who likes to keep it clean always, right? Like, Velez is a very strong strategic player. Ooh, Hera taking a shot to the face here with a mangonel. Probably didn't expect the Siege Workshop to be there, but now he knows about it. Hey, I mean, just it doesn't matter how clean you get. Mistakes are always made. Yeah, what I was saying about Velez is like he's a great player, but he doesn't like, he doesn't like out-of-the-box strategies as much. Although, when you team him up with the Max and it's the Empire Wars Duo or like the 2v2 World Cup, I saw a lot of weird strats from Velez here and there, so it's not like he never does it. But overall, right? And I'm going on to what D90 said by that. I like having looked at what Velez does. That's usually how he plays. Not Hera. Hera plays clean, but that doesn't mean he doesn't go for the YOLO all-ins here and there. It's just when it's appropriate. He doesn't just do it because he's Winchester and wants to go all in with Goths, That's because you want to go all in Goths, not like you need to. It's a different puppy. Anyways, 54 villagers for Hera right now, 42 for Zuppi. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't lost a lot of villagers. He lost 4. It's not a whole lot, but he's just Yeah, it's been behind the castle. Hera's been at 2 TCs for a while. It's going to go to a third now. Micro using the Britain range to micro against this Mangonel. Mangonel unfortunately does not outrange the Britain crossbows, so these crossbows can stay at range from this Mangonel quite easily. You're also basically idling one villager, which is supposed to repair this. On the front though, skirmishers moving forward, but now they see a siege workshop that is already there, because why not? You know, you saw a siege workshop from your opponent, as Zuppi kills a villager, the first villager kill that he gets this game. But yeah, skirmishers are not gonna deny a town center. This is why, you know, I kept hammering on the fact that skirmishers in team games, remember in Virgo Cup, just don't really do the trick. And it's a good reason for that, because once you go forward and attack with them, like you see, if this had been crossbows for Zuppi, he would have killed all those villagers, but because it's skirmishers, they just don't do the trick there. Also, lacking the second armor upgrade for archers also means they die quite quickly to crossbows, nevertheless, so yeah. Oh well. More skirmishers going over here. And again, these are mostly going to be a nuisance, right? They're not really going to threaten the villagers so much. Villagers have 2 pierced armor. They only take 3 damage per shot from these skirmishers. They can die to skirms. I mean, again, that wouldn't be very realistic, right? Wouldn't be very realistic if a javelin didn't kill a villager, but still. The skill gap is real. Yeah, it is not really close right now. Like, it's not really close right now, especially because Zuppi isn't making it very messy. He's basically playing the game that Hera wants him to play. This is what Hera wants him to do. Hera doesn't want a whole lot of messiness. He's fine with this. He's fine by just running around with his crossbows, slowly building his numbers. He'll just go forward and hit you here and there on the wood line, and then he'll go right back. And in the meantime, have a sick economy behind this. Again, this is exactly what Hera wants to be wants the game to go like. This is what he wants. This is not what Zuppi should want. Zuppi should not want this. He should want to make this as messy as he possibly can make it. I'm talking about laming strategies at the start. I'm talking about Persian douching. Well, I mean, maybe not that, because that's not really a winning strategy. But unless you're Rubenstock. Hey, well, I mean, Zuppi and Rubenstock are friends, so, you know. Or at least they're both Finnish. I don't know anything about their personal life, so, you know. And now Hera shows up with an army of his own, and now Zuppi, yeah, has some Mangonel to defend. Let's see if Hera, okay, he did spot that, so he's not gonna take a shot to the face there like he did before. But still, it's just like, well, I mean, I guess he did take a shot. It's only 4 crossbows. Once you have this ball of a crossbow army with Britons, it's already like, when you're facing this while playing, I mean, this must be one of the most demoralizing things ever. You're trying your best to stop the Briton player from getting a lot of crossbows. You're making the freaking counter unit. You're getting siege out, and nevertheless, there's a giant ball of crossbows in your face. Just Briton things, man. Just Briton things. Nice dodge there from Hera, and gets the Mangonel. You know, he wouldn't have killed it with just one mango shot, but the crossbows also weakened it. And Briton range Craigasm, man. Yep, I agree. I agree. And this must be the frustrating part, because Zuppi isn't making a whole lot of mistakes here, right? He's not playing bad. He is playing as good, you know, as a player of his skill level would play, and that is very high. It's very high level. Again, if I was Hera right now, Zuppi would probably whoop the floor at me. But yeah, he doesn't make a single mistake, and you're still gonna lose. You're still gonna lose. Well, I mean, he made a few mistakes here and there, but like it's not like he made any catastrophic mistakes. The mistake that he made is that he didn't make it. He didn't make it messy. Oh, Britain's got you back to 1400, huh? Nice. I should maybe play some more Britons then. Man, but I mean, Hera probably is just sitting back. He's probably relaxing right now. This is like the zone for Hera. You play clean, you defend, you build your crossbow army, you strike a little bit here, you strike a little bit there. So to keep your crossbows alive. I mean, look at the KD as well, 47 to 19. Skirmishers are a counter my ass. Like, pikemen counter knights, yes, but skirmishers counter archers, as, you know, they counter archers in theory, but in practice, I don't know, man. I just don't see it. Yeah, in a 1v1 fight, if there's as many skirmishers as archers, the skirmishers will definitely win that, duh. But if you keep it safe like this, bring your siege along, use your range, yeah. I mean, I don't think Zuppi's gonna look at that and be like, oh, you know, like, oh, I really made catastrophic mistakes, that's why I lost. He's just kind of probably looking at the screen, and he's probably going like, Britons, I should have banned that. And probably, yeah. probably. I mean, that's like not banning Britons when you're up against Leary, right? That's yeah, that's just not a good strategic move for sure. Yeah, and we know Hera is good with his archer civs. He's good with Mayans, with anything with art with his which has archers in it, he can do very well. Not to say that he can't play pocket, but I know he tends to play the flank position, or at least the archer role, and he does it very well too. Yeah, look at the KD. It wasn't even close that in the fights. It's just at no point did Zuppi really threaten Hera's base. You know, the most he got into there was scouts, and this is what comes back also to the fact he went. You know, he went for a drush and then followed it up with scouts, right? Because those scouts were not gonna get into Hera's base because he was gonna wall by then. If you stop the wall off with your drush, maybe, but yeah. I don't know, maybe we needed some towers, maybe we needed some other sort of aggression, I'm not sure, but if Zuppi wants to continue in the set, and let me update the score here, if he wants to continue in the set and then maybe win a game from Hera, he's going to have to make it very messy, because right now, if it's meta play, Hera's going to win this, right? The meta play, Hera is just a stronger player. That's not unfair to Zuppi to say, that's just a bare fact of the matter, you know, like that's as true as saying that Zuppi is a better meta player than me. You know, it's just a fact. I don't take that seriously. It's just a fact. But that doesn't mean that Zuppi can beat Hera, and I think he can. I think he can, but he has to make it messy. That's what he needs to do here. Let's see. Let's see if he can do it. Wait. Oh, I didn't update my scoreboard. Whoops. Whoopsie. Hang on. Let me get this real quick. Don't worry. I got this. That's what I forgot to do. That's Hera, and then we got, that's not Bruh, but Zuppi. There we go. Perfecto. There we go. We didn't see that. That was already all prepared and things like that. Oh boy, we have a game too. Don't fall behind now. We've been keeping up so well. Let's keep up some more. Right, well, second game. Let's see if Zuppi can, I'll come back here, you know, again, Hera was going to be a difficult opponent, like, regardless of what Zuppi was going to do. He knows that as well. He's the lower seeded player, you know. You go into a tournament like this as the underdog. You know that. But, let's see what he can do. I have faith. Let's just to sum up my words. I have faith. That's what I want to say. And that's not just because I'm the caster. I think as a caster, you should have faith in players anyways. Alrighty, well, welcome to the second game here, and let's make sure that I can see the screen as well. Has nothing changed? Yay, nothing changed. Perfect. Alrighty, well, welcome to the second game between Hera and Zuppi. Hera in the blue has gone for Vikings now, and again, another archer civ, and this might even be worse than the first game, because the Vikings have sick economy to boot. Like, the archers aren't actually that much worse than Britain archers, except for the range. They both lack thumb ring, but Hera will make it work. So, what has Zuppi gone for? He's gone for Sicilians. Ooh, I like Sicilians as a pick, but I wonder how it stacks up against Vikings. At least Sicilians do have the better cavalry of the two. And also the fact, this is one thing, right? If Zuppi gets to Imperial Age and gets to Cavalier, then Hera is screwed. Because Vikings don't get Halberdier. And the one thing that you need against Sicilians is a lot of bonus damage, because that's going to get halved anyways. If you want to kill Cavalier with extra melee armor, you're going to need Halberdier. Vikings don't get that. They get chieftains on their pikemen, but I don't think that's quite the same. So, okay, I'm not going to say he's screwed, but I'm just saying that Sicilian Cavalier versus Viking pikemen, I'm pretty sure the Cavalier will win that. So, now, of course, that is late game, so we're not there yet. We are only at the first 2 minutes here. We haven't even gotten to the field aids yet, so I'm just speculating ahead. I like to do that here and there. I like to imagine what games could be before they are, because right now they could be anything, and after they are, then it's only one thing, because, you know... Wait, that was some Jaden Smith philosophy right there. Oh my god. If you've ever read Jaden Smith's... that's the son of Will Smith, you know, that guy. If you've read his Twitter tweets, I'm pretty sure you're probably familiar with them. If not, go read some of them. They are absolutely hilarious. They're like super serious, but it's like, I don't know, man. I can't even describe that on stream. You just have to go and read it for yourself. It's just fantastic. Just how, like, nonsensical most of them are. It's great. Anyways, let's get back to Age of Empires. So, let's look at the base first. I didn't really do that last time, so this time, well, let's check out what the bases for the players look like. We got wood lines on the left and right for Hera. It's spread out quite far, which means that his front is very open. Also means that he doesn't have a very safe goal. Like, his main goal is forward, is right next to this giant hill on the left, which Zuppi could use to attack from. And of course, it's very open. There's not a wood line here to shield you. Another gold even further away behind that hill. Stone fort, another stone fort. So again, no stones available to Hera that he can easily take. Has a gold in the back, but still, it's quite far away from your TC nevertheless, because it's a secondary gold. So if you wall around it, it might be okay, but I think last game was easier to wall for Hera, I'd say. As for Zuppi, Zuppi has a main gold in the shape of an H, and I kind of like it when that happens. That's Hera's gold. See, it's Hera's gold. I hope that Hera's not going to claim it though, because for Zuppi's sake, because he doesn't want that to happen. Has already pre-walled in his berries. And the thing is, it's more expensive than it was before. Like, it's 7 palisade tiles. So before it was only 14 wood, and now it's 21 wood. That's 7 wood wasted more now. It's like that. I mean, I know I said that if you build 100 palisade walls, that the difference is bigger. With 7 tiles, it's not gonna matter. Oh, H for help. Lel. Is he trying to tell us something? Well, I mean, he might need all the help he can get against Hera. And I wonder, what is the strat going to be? And it looks like it's just going to be 20 pop scouts, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the strategy for now. I'm not seeing anyone on gold, not anyone on that H gold. So, scouts for now. What is Hera going to do? Yep, that's Man-at-Arms for you. Okay, so at least Hera is this time he's going to make some units, right? He's not going to go straight archers again, you know. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he got away with that the first time, that's already something. But, you know, because normally in a 1v1 Arabia, you should not just get away with 1v1 archers. At least, that's what we're all saying, but then people still do it, you know. But, in theory, right? And there's a good reason for that as well, because it's easy for your opponent to stop you from massing your archers and punish you for that. But, I mean, I prefer to go men-at-arms as well. Primarily because I don't know why, but I don't practice the straight archer build order as much as I do the men-at-arm build order. So I'm more familiar with this one than with the straight archer. So I don't actually quite know too much about it. Whoops. So yeah, when you ask a pro player, why did you go for this build order at this game? And then you have to say, that's because I don't know any other build orders. I think that would be the answer that your audience is expecting then, huh? Anyways, Hera coming forward with some men-at-arms, and Zuppi has not scouted that just yet. Yeah, he's not scouting that just yet. He might scout it now though. Now he sees 2 villagers on gold. He should immediately tell him, oh, okay, is there a barracks as well? I mean, at this point, there should be a barracks. Hera is in feudal age already. Now, luckily for Zuppi, he had the foresight to just wall in his villagers already. So there's no damage that Hera can do. Zuppi keeping himself ultra safe. Some idle time, though. Of course, that's the downside of walling, is that sometimes you forget about your villagers on the wall. So you don't right shift Q click them back to the wood. Right there. Okay, now he realized to check his idols. Very good. Stay like that, right? So, I mean, he was preparing, so that's difficult to do. But if you build a palisade wall, like you build, and then right-click the last one back to the wood, so you don't have to look at that anymore. Anyways, for now, the spearman kind of distracting the men-at-arms, but I mean, you can't fight the men-at-arms with the spearman. The spearman has way worse stats than the men-at-arm. You know, 6 attack, 54 HP, only 45 and 3 attack for the spearman. Not very good. As, yeah, Zuppi's still trying to keep these men-at-arms out. So far, I don't think Hera is really interested in doing too much, you know, like doing too much damage with these men-at-arms. He's just happy to have some presence at Zuppi's base. You know, keep him on the back foot a little bit. And perhaps entice Zuppi into sending his first scouts to fight with these men-at-arms, right? That is all in the favor for Hera. You know, because if Zuppi fights these men-at-arms, it weakens the scouts, and then at that point, the archers aren't as scary anymore. Look at that. Hera immediately sees, oh, Zuppi wants to fight? Okay, I'm gonna run. That's fine. You want to fight? I don't want to fight you. Let's go. And Zuppi microing away one scout. That's really good. The weak scout being microed away. Another scout. Oh, goes down. And then the second scout goes down again. Ay, 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 ay. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Because now the archers for Hera already on the field here. They don't have fletching quite yet. But is there a blacksmith up? Not. Yeah, there you go. Blacksmith. So our fletching could come in any second now. Zuppi forced to fight with villagers. And now you still have men-at-arms on the field. A scout and archers. And oh, God. Oh god, I'm telling you, it has to be messier than this. It has to be messier. This H for help is very on point now. As Zuppi still making some scouts here, trying to kill his forward force from Hera, but all the idle time that you get out of this, like look at the efficiency, the difference here. That's almost a 30% difference. It's because so like a fifth. A sixth of Zuppi's economy is chasing archers right now, and still he hasn't lost a single villager to this just yet. I mean, these archers didn't have fletching for the longest time, but still, it took him so much to get rid of this pressure. As a villager goes down, Hera wants it. He wants it. Yeah, gets the villager right in the neck as well. Do you see? He grabbed his neck. It was like and then he went down. You know, if that wasn't too visual. First equal kill of the game, but. Yeah, it's just a strong lead for Hera already. Unless he gets housed, of course, which he just did. Whoops. Whoopsie. Gonna build a house, right? Oh yeah, there you go. We got a house. No problem. We have a dungeon now on the wood line and the gold. Probably a very important dungeon to get up. Because if he doesn't get this up, the wood line gets denied and the gold gets denied. And then Zuppi is gonna be in a heap of trouble. That's the word there. As Hera is still harassing around, gets the scout, runs away with the archers before taking too much damage, and is just going to continue his rampage. And Zuppi is just has absolutely no control over his base. And I've been in this situation plenty of times. I've been in this situation on stream plenty of times. It's not fun. Look at this. Just the total domination with freaking 7 archers, right? Freaking 7 archers. But the amount of damage that pro players can do with small groups of army is insane. As Hera is still microing against these scouts, 1-for-1 for now. Zuppi abandoning his berries because walls do not wall out. They do not keep out archers. You know, that's maybe the most unrealistic part of walls in Age of Empires. And Zuppi is basically just farming, trying to get scout cavalry out. Is trying to get armor. I mean, if he gets armor on his scout cavalry, maybe he can take a fight against these archers at some point. But I mean, at this point, with all the extra idle time, Hera is just going to click up the castles, and it's just going to be crossbows once again, and Zuppi is never going to get there. Ever. I mean, let's just put it this way, right? As Hera is now going to try to micro against these scouts, which have armor now, right? They have armor, so now they're actually a bit more dangerous, but not invincible. They don't have bloodlines or anything like that. Let's just put it this way. Is this what an archer, the base of an archer player looks like who thinks like he's going to get attacked? No. Because Hera would wall. Like he did last game, right? But now he knows the position he's in. He knows he doesn't have to wall because Zuppi is going to spend most of his time trying to stop Hera from killing him. And I'm pretty sure that as soon as Zuppi sees that Hera is in castles, he might just call the GG here. Honestly. Like, it's just been a masterclass in how to play with archer sips. Honestly, like if you want to win games, do this. This right here. I mean, you can't do it in every game. It also depends on how your opponent responds, right? But yeah, Hera's play has been really good. So clean. And I'm not just saying that as a fanboy, by the way. It's just I'm trying to be as objective as I can here, but I mean, objectively, pretty sure Zuppi knows that as well. That his position is just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. He's still building his scout numbers. He might actually kill the archers now, but then Hera's just going to be in castles, and the next group of archers is already on their way. There will be crossbows, so as Zuppi wants to take the fight, the archers cannot run anywhere. They get surrounded by the scouts now, but the micro from here is still on point. Still micros away. Move, micro. Scouts going down. Now it's the hill as well, and Zuppi says GG and taps out because there is just no way. No way. I mean, he doesn't even get to kill the Hera starting archers, and they're about to be crossbows as well. And yeah, it's GG. And this must be so frustrating as well for Zuppi, you know, because you went through all these qualifiers, you got through all these players, dominating your way through, you know, fighting your way to the final 32, and then just just to end up against a player like Hera, it's basically like ending up like against a player like Viper. It just feels kind of like, I have almost no, like my chances of winning are quite low because my opponent is so strong. And there's, I'll try my best, but the problem is that in Age of Empires, skill difference still exists, and especially, still between pro players, even though pro players are miles ahead of all of the rest of us, or as plebs. Still between them, there's still a leap of difference as well. And Hera is just, he is one of the best players in the world for a reason. There's a good reason for that. And just the way that he plays this, so clean, never allowing a lot of damage to come to his own base. I mean, not at all. Zuppi has not been at Hera's base once. Nothing. The scout scouted, that's it. Like, the scout has been here, that's it. Nothing else. No counterattack. I think maybe at some point he was thinking about sending his scouts forward. Like a player like Classic Bro would definitely have done that. He would have sent his scouts forward already. But yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see what he can do in the third game. But I'm telling you, if he doesn't make it messy the next game, like if he keeps trying to play meta against Hera, it's probably going to end up similar because the skill gap difference does seem significant here. And it sucks to say. I don't want it to be this. I don't want it to be this far apart. Like I want it to be as close as possible. Like I want players where people like between Viper and Say My Name, where people expect Viper to just win hands down, and then it becomes a 5-game set. That's what I want. That is fantastic. That was amazing. That was super exciting. And I bet that's what everyone will want here. But it's just a question if that's going to happen against a player like Hera, who's just a very strong player. It wasn't even close in the KD again. Just a double KD right there. Army high, triple what Zuppi had on the field. Well, let's see if they're gonna go to the third game. Okay, third game is live already. I don't think either player is interested in taking a break here. They just want to go to the next game in the set here. So will we. So let's go. Up. Alrighty, let's go. Third game. Let me update the score real quickly as well. And stop it. Darn it. Okay, we got this. I don't know why it keeps speeding up at the start, man. It's really annoying. But anyways, welcome to the third game between Zuppi and Hera, and I put it into slow motion mode. Damn it. Hang on. There we go. We're good. I don't want to watch this game in slow motion. That would kind of suck, huh? In any case, welcome to the third game here between Hera and Zuppi. It's 0-2 in the favor of Hera, who has played 2 very strong, dominant games against Zuppi. And Zuppi is gonna need He's gonna need a miracle now if he wants to come back into this series and go for a reverse sweep. That is so far away still. You would better start sweeping now, is what I always say. I have said it. I said it the last game. I say it this game again. When it comes to meta play, I don't think that Zuppi can easily beat Hera here. It's not impossible because like I said, there's nothing that is uncounterable in Age of Empires. Not a single player that is uncounterable either. Like even Viper in his heydays could still lose games, right? It was few and far in between, but it still happened. And so it is between Hera and Zuppi. Zuppi can take a game off of Hera. I trust that. If he made it this far into the King of the Desert tournament, I have trust in that. But I think he's going to make it very difficult on himself if he keeps playing standard and meta. Because that's something that Hera excels at. I mean, I've been watching those So You Want to Play and How Do You Play... Now, there's this series that he did about the road to 2000 or something like that. It was a great series where he just did 1v1s from his perspective and just clearly explained how you go about doing this. So I know the thought process that goes behind Hera's thinking, his playing. And I'm just telling you, it's very clean. It's very strong. If you want to beat that, you got to make it messy. You got to do things that aren't expected. Things that you wouldn't, that aren't counterable because you can't foresee them. Things like that. Like laming or trying to go for some weird kind of rush pushes, allowing, making sure that Hera goes off balance before he even gets started with his military, stuff like that. Now, don't ask me what the best way to do that is, because I'm not really a YOLO player either, but I'm just saying that in this situation, it's probably the best. It's probably the best shot that Zuppi has, and that's what other casters say as well. You know, when there's a skill gap level between the two players, it's always in the favor for the lower seeded player to make the game messy, whereas the top player probably favors a more standard approach because they're more likely to win it there. You know, less variability, less awkward probabilities for winning and losing. So, with that said, let's have a look at the civilizations, right? In the red, we have Huns for Zuppi. So Huns, I love that as a civilization on Arabia. Lots of aggression possible, but especially in Castle Age. Let's just leave it at that. And Hera, I mean, Hera is like, you know, my archer play has worked. Apparently, you know, that apparently is really effective against Zuppi, so we'll just do it again. So for the third time in a row, he goes for a foot archer civ. First it was Britons, then it was Vikings, and now it's Ethiopians. And Ethiopian archers are very scary as well. Oh boy. I wonder what he's going to go for. I wonder if he's going to add another... add some men-at-arms again. Let's see. If this villager is going to build a barracks, that probably will be men-at-arms then. And the thing with Ethiopians, that's a great idea, is because you get the men-at-arms basically for free, right? You get 100 food, 100 gold at the start of each age. As a result, yeah, there's the barracks, so that's going to be men-at-arms for him. As a result, it's easy to afford that upgrade, whereas for other players, you'd have to mine more gold for that. So it's nice, right? It's nice. Basically free. Zuppi, though, probably gonna do the same thing. No. Right? Gotta be scouts, right? Are we gonna go hunt men-at-arms? It's 21 pop scouts. No. He's mining gold. He's mining gold. That barracks is going up right now. Is this men-at-arms? Oh, as Hera making a slight mistake here. Running into that town center. He got pretty close to it, but he probably didn't expect it to be there. Well, definitely didn't expect it to be there, because otherwise he wouldn't be running there. Taking a lot of damage on his scout. So if Hera is going to go for a men-at-arm rush, as you can see, then that is not going to be as strong now that his scout has taken some damage. So that's a good start for Zuppi right there. The little bits that might help him get an edge over Hera here. And, you know... we'll see how that's going to go. Men-at-arms coming out for both players, of course. Again, for Ethiopians, that is basically free. For Huns, not so much, right? Like, their forte is not so much infantry. Like, Hun longswords are a meme for a reason. Zuppi is trying to find Hera. He's going to find Hera now. Sees the mining camp. Should see how many villagers are on... well, he sees that someone is mining gold as well. So you should probably expect... okay, men-at-arms are probably on their way forward. He's sending his own out as well. Hera now sees those, okay, he sees the barracks, he sees the villagers on gold, so we'll know exactly what's up as well. Let's see if these potential men-at-arms are going to meet. They're not going to meet, so it's going to be a bit of a base trade. And then that's always an interesting situation, because then you got to ask yourself, who's going to be the best at defending while also attacking at the same time? Well, let's see. I mean, that might get messy. Again, that could be good. There's an archery range now going up instantly for Zuppi. Probably recognizing that I need something to counter the men-at-arms before my opponent's archers come out. It wouldn't surprise me if he's going to go for some skirmishers, right? Because you don't want to just go for a meta archer fight against Ethiopians with foot archers. That's Zuppi finds this woodline, but Hera decides to fight this. Not men-at-arms just yet for Zuppi. He still has the upgrade going. Now it's men-at-arms, and Hera actually, he's losing a villager there. Might lose a second vill, but he's going to pull that away for now. A second vill bound to go down. No, she's going to survive as well. I don't think a villager is going to go down. On the other side, Hera was attacking Zuppi, but looks like two men-at-arms alone survived that encounter. Still, only one villager killed this game, and that was for Zuppi. As Hera is still looking for a kill, but without a scout to block this, it's very difficult to do so. Very difficult to do so. As Zuppi is fighting with villagers, and for the first time I'd say that neither rush has really done too much damage to the other side, but Zuppi has one more villager now, right? So that's good. He's going to defend with some archers. So he is going to defend with archers, not with skirmishers, right? That would be very passive again. That didn't really work out the first game either, so maybe going for his own offensive archers could be an idea. But again, you're up against one of the best archer players in the world. It's still gonna be tricky. as Zuppi still chasing these men-at-arms. Hera bringing forward his archers, and now it's 2v1, so Zuppi will have to run away here, taking some damage on his first archer here. Hera doesn't have fletching just yet, neither does Zuppi. Both players have blacksmiths, I think. I'm not actually sure about Zuppi. I know that Hera has a blacksmith. Okay, Zuppi is getting a blacksmith right now, towering his berries as well, because he knows that these archers are on their way. But the question is, you want to tower your berries, which are going to be gone in 2 minutes, in your wood line, or that. The forward gold behind a hill. You know, because Hera's like, okay, you tower, that's fine. I'll just go to your gold. And yeah, and now you have to leave your gold. You see, the thing is, if you still have gold, you can make archers. If you don't have berries, you can still make archers. You don't need food for archers. You do need, as I think Zuppi just lost his first villager over there. You do need gold to make archers, though. So if Zuppi was thinking about making more archers here, that's not going to happen now, because Hera already has archers on the gold for Zuppi. Zuppi doesn't have a lot of other safe golds. We already established that earlier. Where's his gold? Yeah, right there. And no, that's an extra gold right there. Yeah, no safe golds. Why does that tower go up on the berries then, right? That's maybe not the best place to place a tower, perhaps. Perhaps. I mean, who am I to say? But the fact is Zuppi is pushed off a gold right now, and his archer queue is empty. He's making skirmishers right now because he doesn't have the gold. He just doesn't. You know, if he wants to go out to gold, then Hera's like, nope, that's not allowed. That's not allowed. That's my gold now. I know your other gold looked like an H, but this is really my gold. See, it's a thumbs up. Yeah. But yeah, Hera knows exactly where to hang around. And he also knows he doesn't have to commit too much to this either. He doesn't need to go and do a whole lot of elaborate damage to Zuppi. All he needs to do is just sit on this gold, try to snipe some villas here and there, keep your army alive, and just threaten this. And make sure that Zuppi never goes out to that gold. And then if Zuppi doesn't have gold, how will he go up to Castle Age, right? How will he create an archer mass of his own? And Hera's archer numbers will just start to climb and climb. Also, 14 farms for Hera. How many farms it is for Zuppi? 12. So he's quite close, but that's also because Zuppi can't go anywhere but farms and wood. Like, it's a wood and food economy right now. Okay, Zuppi pushing away Hera's archers, using some skirmishers with armor, which is important, right? These skirmishers are very difficult to deal with for Hera as the archer player, right? So for the first time, Zuppi can go back to gold now and maybe resume his archer production. Using skirmishers to deal with Hera's archers. Although Hera is going to be super annoying and micro his units to the end of this. Yeah, okay. This military can push Hera back. It's good. At least it's good that he didn't just sit there and wait for, wait to be saved basically until your gold gets magically cleared again. Make some skirmishers, right, as a stopgap measure, and after that you go back to gold and you might start making some archers again. Although it wouldn't surprise me if Zuppi maybe wants to go to Castle Age and go for some knights or something like that. As Hera, ooh, see, this is also classic Hera thing. He's gonna click up the Castle Age in just a second there, which is, again, really clean play. So clean, man. At minute 18, just on the dot, boom, to Castle Age. He's done it a million times, and it shows. He's done it a million times, and it shows. Like, I sometimes have difficulty with the macro here to go up to the next stage. I don't know, that's I don't have the speed that top players have, but like for example, Viper, Leary, Hera, what makes them such great players is that they use their high APM to add economy. Faster than anyone else could do. That's what's so dangerous. As Zuppi is still stuck in field lanes, and Hera's gonna be there in 1 minute and 30 seconds. He's keeping his archers at home. He doesn't want to sit there and take a risk. As Zuppi now sees that stable with a flag on it, which should immediately be a red flag for him, even though it's blue, because that means that cavalry could come out. Ethiopians don't have the best cavalry in the world, and this is true, but these scouts will still be able to kill skirmishers just as well as any other scout civ. Now what Zuppi tries to do is just try to delay Hera as long as he can, right? Keep Hera at his base as long as he can. Maybe take a fight against these archers if he can as well, but he's afraid of what's in that stable. He doesn't know how many scouts are in there. We know it's 3, which is already dangerous enough, but he doesn't know. It could be anything, and now the scouts come out and Zuppi will have to run away right as Hera goes up the Castle Age as well. Zuppi wants to fight these archers, but he can't. He can't, because he can't fight these scouts. They have armor now as well, which makes it even worse to fight them with your skirmishers. The skirmishers will just go down as well. Now Hera's in Castle Age. Zuppi's getting pushed back, and Zuppi says, "Nope, I am out of here." And he calls to GG. And Hera This must have been the cleanest play I've seen from him in like, well, I mean, this is kind of the stuff that you usually see if you watch Hera play, but my god, this wasn't clean. And it just sucks for Zuppi as well, you know, because, you know, you want him to be able to do some counter damaging and like make it competitive as well, but it just, unfortunately, it just wasn't. Like, Zuppi will have to recognize Hera as the better player as well, and I think he knows that as well. He knows that, you know, but yeah, it was just clear. I mean, MBL versus Bruh wasn't very close, but this wasn't very close either. This was it was just an absolute domination from the Aftermath team today. Absolute domination from the Aftermath team. Looking really strong. And Hera has also been playing a lot of AoE 4, but it hasn't really affected his ability to play clean here. So honestly, I think Hera's looking to be one of the favorites to win this tournament. You know, I bet he is probably looking to do that as well. That would be his first King of the Desert, I think. So we'll see how that's going to go. In any case, we'll have a quick look at the statistics, but the games were, I mean, the game was not that long, so it's, you know, you can see KD here. I mean, again, not a lot of fighting, but just the advantage that Hera gets without... He's basically playing a war game without playing war until he wants to go to war, right? It's just Hera things, man. Like, remember the Say My Name Viper said, by the time we got to Feudalates, that was already a crazy KD. Yeah, not so much here. You just keep yourself as safe as you can, right? No need to take risks, nothing like that. I know sometimes that might, you know, if play like that, that might get, I wouldn't say old, but I mean, it's less exciting than the crazy plays, right? That gets more exciting in my opinion too. But it's effective as hell. It's like Dutch style soccer, you know, with like very defensive soccer play. Like, it's called Hollandse school, right? The Dutch school of soccer. If you watch soccer, and you probably will know what I'm talking about. It's very defensive. I think it's boring as hell to watch. I prefer watching more aggressive soccer any day, man. Any day. But unfortunately, most teams have adopted that very defensive style. It's effective, but it's so boring to watch. Ugh. Now, this is not boring to watch to me, though. It's not a very good comparison, but you know. It's not as much fun as Step Lancers. It's not as much fun as Huskarls. It's not as much fun as elephants on the screen. It's not as much fun as a freaking Persian douche. That was fun. I missed that game. That was great. If you haven't seen that game between what was it? It was the Fat Dragon and Gasfat. It was the second game. Please rewatch that. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. It was fantastic. You know. Didn't work out too well for the player that douched, which was both players, by the way. But yeah, now you don't know who won, huh? Unless you were here. Me too. Yeah, you agree with that point I was making. Well, yeah. I mean, it's of course personal preference too, but I can imagine that when we see weird out of the box stuff, that's more exciting to me. I mean, I don't think that's a controversial statement to say. Anyways. Well, GG, of course. Really well played by Hera. Too bad for Zuppi, you know, that he wasn't able to take a game off of Hera as well. You know, good luck next time for him. He can still be proud of making it this far, you know. Further than... He's in the top 32 of the world, right? That's further than thousands of players will ever get. So, it's something to be proud of nevertheless. So, GG.